Hello music production community, my name's Becky Safe, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to share with you the single most helpful thing that I have come across that has helped with my productivity when making music on the days when I really just don't want to do music. You know those days when you feel deflated, unmotivated and stuck and you beat yourself up over and over again because you just want to achieve your dreams? And let's face it, the music production journey is long, it's laborious, it's difficult, and especially in the early stages when you don't get much of a reward in the immediate moment, it can really make you feel hopeless and want to just give up. Look, this is going to be a bit of a different video where I tell you about my own personal experience, but I'm also going to throw in some production tips so that you actually learn something in this video as well. So I am going to share with you single-handedly the most helpful piece of advice that I can share with you. Plus, I'm going to throw in some other bits as well. The timestamps will be below in the description so that you can skip to your favorite section. But let's get into it, shall we? On those days when you just don't want to do music, but you want to still be productive, do sound design. Have a sound design day, because you're a human being. And if you feel unmotivated already and you sit down and you open a project and you look at it and it's blank and it's huge and the end goal is just nowhere to be seen, but you want to stay productive, then instead of giving yourself a mammoth task, create your own sounds. Because what you're doing is you're still being productive, you're still being creative, and because it's not on a timeline, it's not so overwhelming. And the plus side of all of this is that you create your own sounds, you build your artist identity, and when you do feel like making music, you have an entire catalogue of your own sounds to access immediately, which means that then you will be able to make your own music faster. And when you're being productive in this way, what actually happens is your brain recognizes the sense of achievement and that motivation starts to pick up. It's the same as doing a morning routine. Once you do lots of little bits in the morning and you start to propel that motivation, you'll probably then feel more motivated to write music. So with that in mind, let me show you one thing that I like to do, which is create rises. So into the project in Ableton, this is some found sound that I recorded. It's actually the ocean in New Zealand. And this is great. Any kind of noise, like I like to record a vacuum cleaner or even a toilet flushing, anything that fills the full frequency spectrum. I also have a video on found sounds on my channel if you want to see how to record them. That's also another good thing that you could do on these days, because it's just creating your own library of sounds. So the ocean, let's just look in the EQ8 what this actually looks like. And you can see there that it's filling the full frequency spectrum. I'm going to high pass this so that we take off the low rumble. And we're now going to automate the ring modulation on the frequency shifter. So activate the frequency shifter. This is your ring modulation control. We need to switch to ring mod on the mode. And now we have this. So you can see there, as we're sweeping up the frequency, we're changing the frequency of the ring modulation. And by automating this, we'll create a rhythmic frequency rise on our ocean noise. Press the A key and that activates automation. And now we're going to draw a line like this. I'm just going to do it further down so that we don't sit here for 18, 19 bars of noise. And you can see there that tonal movement of the ring modulation moving up the frequency spectrum. To further isolate this, you could also add an auto filter, and the auto filter can sweep up through the frequency as well. And by drawing in a similar rise on the frequency, we're now going to be moving up the frequency spectrum alongside the ring modulation. Finally, you could add some reverb so that this washes the sound into the space. Activate your reverb. And you could even automate the mix on the reverb as well, and the depth, so that you're sending that sound all the way to the back of the mix. can do that with lots of different types of noise, combine those techniques, remove maybe the auto filter, remove the frequency shifter, remove the reverb, whatever you want to do to create your riser, to create it unique to you. If you're getting something out of this video, please consider giving it a like, a comment, and if you would like to see more content from me, subscribe to the channel. Thank you. I also have a free ebook that if you want to download it, it's my 10 steps to making music faster. These tips are in there. So check that out in the description and download your free copy of my ebook. And finally, oh my days. This is something that I have learned recently and I wish I'd learned it sooner. Even if it's not finished, put it online. Because the thing is music will never ever be finished. It just won't. You'll never make it exactly how you want to make it. But if you never put it out there, then you'll never tell your brain that it's actually possible to do it. I've been making music for a number of years now, but unfortunately life has gotten in the way. I was really unwell last year and I had to move house so many times in the pandemic. It was ridiculous. And so because of that, I had a huge knock on my self-esteem, my confidence, and from my own experience, I'm telling you now, it's taken me ages to put music online. Thankfully, I've been in therapy for the last year, and one thing that my therapist told me, and I want to share this to you, is that even if you don't think it's finished, finish it and put it out there in the world, because nobody's going to remember your worst songs, but they'll definitely remember your best songs. And the only way that you can get people to hear your best songs is to complete the process of finishing and putting it out into the world. Think about it. Your favorite artist, you don't remember their 60-second best song, you remember their best songs. And the only way that they got there is by putting out all of the other stuff first, so that they got into the process of finishing music and getting people to listen to it. It teaches your brain to realize that finishing music and people listening to it is actually possible, and it turns your fear and your disappointment and your low self-esteem into faith and belief that you can actually do this. This video was more like the content that I send out in my mailing list, which is more focused on growth and mindset in the creative field. And loads of people have been loving them, and I really appreciate that. Thank you for signing up and for your incredible feedback. If you're not on the mailing list, you can access it, as well as all of the other things that I've mentioned in this video, via my website, which is below, as well as the link to my new SoundCloud, where you can get free music downloads under my new alias. This is a very exciting time. If you got something out of this video, I would love to hear your thoughts. Please write them in the comments. And if you'd like to see more content like this, please let me know. My name's Becky Safe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you for another video. Bye!